Have you ever wondered how a massive global company, the ones with factories on every continent and millions of transactions happening every single day, avoids collapsing into total chaos? Seriously, how do they track every last screw, every single shipment, and every dollar? Well, the answer is a kind of hidden digital blueprint. And in this explainer, we're going to peel back the curtain and see exactly how it all works.
So to really get a handle on the solution, we first need to appreciate the sheer scale of the problem. You could call it the billion-item problem. Just imagine a big car manufacturer, right? They've got factories making engines over in Germany, assembly plants down in Mexico, and warehouses just packed with spare parts in the US. Now, they need to know with absolute certainty how many engine bolts are in one specific bin in one warehouse, while at the same time, their finance team way over in New York needs to know the total value of all those bolts. I mean, how is that even possible?
But without a single unified system, you get these things called data silos. Basically, every department ends up speaking a different language. The sales team's numbers don't match what the warehouse says they have. The finance department has a totally different value for the assets than the production team. It's a recipe for disaster, where everyone is working really hard, but nobody is working from the same set of facts.
So how in the world do you solve this chaos? Well, the solution isn't just about software. It's really a philosophy. It's all about creating order by building a single digital blueprint for the entire organization. And right at the heart of this blueprint is something called the enterprise structure. The best way to think about it is like the steel frame of a skyscraper. You can't see it, but it's the essential foundation that defines every single part of the business, from the big legal entities down to individual warehouses, and it dictates exactly how information flows between them. This hierarchy is the absolute key. It all starts at the very top with the company code. That's the official legal entity, like Volkswagen AG. Then right below that, you have the plant, which is an operational hub, like a factory or a giant warehouse. And then you get down to the most granular level, the storage location. And that's literally the specific shelf or bin where an item physically sits. Okay, so let's see how this abstract digital blueprint connects directly to a real physical box sitting on a shelf somewhere. And this is where the magic happens. Because of that rigid hierarchy, SAP knows that a specific box of spark plugs is not just some random box of spark plugs. Oh no, it knows it's in storage location aisle 5, which is part of the Atlanta warehouse plant, which in turn belongs to the USA company code. Every single physical item gets a precise digital address.
The key distinction to remember here is the big picture versus the small picture. The plant, that's the entire warehouse building, the whole shebang. The storage location, that's that one specific shelf way in the back corner. And it's this two-level system that allows for both a high-level overview and incredibly precise control at the same time.
But, okay, knowing where an item is, that's not enough. You also have to know its status. Is it actually ready to be sold? Does it need to be inspected first? Or is it broken? So SAP categorizes inventory into different stock types. You've got unrestricted stock. That's the ready-to-sell pile you can do anything with. Then there's quality stock. That's the hold on, check it first pile that's waiting for inspection. And finally, blocked stock, which is basically damaged or unusable stuff that you can't sell. These simple rules make sure a broken item can never ever accidentally be shipped to a customer. So let's zoom out for a second. We have the location and we have the status of every single item. When you combine those two pieces of information across an entire company, well, that's when the real power emerges. Suddenly, everything is connected. Because of this enterprise structure, every single department is now speaking the same language. The materials management team knows exactly what's in stock. The finance team instantly knows the monetary value of all that stock. And, this is crucial, the sales team knows exactly what's available to promise to a customer. No more guessing, no more conflicting spreadsheets. So what this all boils down to is this. By enforcing this one rigid, shared structure, SAP creates a single source of truth for the entire company. Everyone, from the person driving the forklift all the way up to the CEO, is looking at the exact same data, the same reality. And that's really the ultimate takeaway. This structure underpins everything. It organizes what's called master data. You know, the core facts, like what a product is, and the transaction data, all the daily events, like a sale or a shipment. By standardizing both, it becomes the digital backbone that ensures every single piece of information is correct. It's the secret to taming corporate chaos. You know, it really makes you think. We've just looked at this massive, complex blueprint that's used to organize a global corporation. So what about the folder hierarchies on your computer? Or the way you organize playlists in your music app? What hidden blueprints are you using to bring some order to your own digital chaos?